Mario, Peach, and Bowser had scaled the tree and defeated Dementio. The exhausted heroes were relieved to finally see the ivory towers of Fort Francis. Was to be safe? Was an next pure heart really waiting for them ahead? Their only answers were the strange voices carried on the wind from inside the fort. Chapter 3-4: The Battle of Fort Francis.
This is where that dweeb Francis lives. What's this castle got over mine?
Do you think Tippy is alright? I'm starting to worry.
This is so high-technical. It's a totally undiscovered digit butterfly species. I must document it.
Mario?
Yes, shake that thorax. The Digibutter.net guys will be so jealous when I post these shots online. This is wrong on so many levels. Hello everybody, here to you, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Paper Mario, and I want to go home. But we can't. So, we go over here. No entry unless you are a super genius like me or a totally hot babe. Stay out. So if we go over here, we go down that warp pipe, and that door is locked, so we need to go find a key, because that's how doors work. Unless, you know, do breaking and entering or something like that, but it's highly frowned upon in most societies. You got a small key, you can open a locked door. I know I said every single time I pick up a key, but I can't help it. Link's Awakening is always on my brain. But seriously, can you imagine having a castle like this? Filled with nothing but nerd stuff. That's heaven.
Welcome home, Misty.
Alright, so yeah, we're gonna clearly see that Francis is a bit on the extreme side of nerdiness, and not exactly in a good way. So, yeah, we'll go over here, and we still can't tout all these things. I can't remember the names off the top of my head, but there'll be captions on screen explaining all that good stuff anyway. So we go over this way. We want to go like this. Fort Francis's eyes only. Room on the right, 2323. Room on the right, 2828. Okie dokie. I'm just going to take out my perfect memory device. So, let's take care of that. That is 2, 3, 2, 3. And on the other one, 2, 8, 7, no, 2, 8. Okay. Perfect memory acquired. I could actually remember that without any help from notepads or anything like that, but I just wanted to be goofy.
Freedom! Well, finally I'm out. I didn't know what I was going to do. Thank you, thank you. I've been shut up in here forever. You'll never catch me in there again. I must repay you. I'm at your service. I'm sorry you can find a use for my talent. Hold on a sec. Before we get all friendly, we should see if we're on the same page. You met Francis, right? What do you think of the guy? Your first impression?
Awesome!
Ah, I see, I see. Anything else about him catch your eye?
He's irresistible.
Oh, yes. I see how you would think that, so sum it up. What do you think about him?
He's a stallion.
So I think Francis is a awesome, irresistible guy, basically a stallion.
Well, imagine that. You and I feel the same about him. We've got great harmony.
Yep, I think they'll work perfectly, so much so that my voice changed for a bit.
Carrie, the hovering platform pixel, has joined your party. And if you just replace the 2 R's with 2 L's, then you'd get the best Squid Sister. When you are riding Gary, you'll move faster and can breeze over spiked floors. With me, you can get places in a hurry. Go ahead, give me a spin. Gary is easily my favorite pixel in the entire game except for Tippy, because this is easily like one of the most useful party members in the entire game, and we'll be getting into why in a moment. But first, let's go back over here, and if we can get out of here. There we go. I don't know why that was working. There is probably like one of the most clever doors in history, because you have the door and you have the warp pipe behind it, because it's all paper and things like that. It's very clever.
Welcome home, Master. Today is the street date for Prince of the Unicorns, Volume 15. Do not forget.
Can I talk to the other one? Is it seriously not gonna let me talk to the other one? A baseball game in extra innings has delayed the start of Starship Xnaut. I adjusted the record meow start time by 30 minutes to compensate. Now those blasted baseball games always interfering with my programs.
Welcome home, Master. I have finished removing commercial breaks from your recorded programs. Welcome home, Master. The new space combat sim Starship Xnaut Space Bloops has arrived by mail.
Alright, so Francis is a character who's interesting. Like, back when I was a kid and I first played this, I thought, oh man, this place is heaven, because you have so much nerd stuff everywhere. You have these adorable robots doing everything for you. I didn't realize at the time what these robots actually meant. I'm sorry, Tora from Xenoblade Chronicles 2 would be proud.
I have cataloged all the Master's comics and filled them my way. Do not think I did it out of the kindness of my robo heart. They were beginning to clog vital fire escape routes from the castle.
Flip into 3D and you can go across this area. And up here, another new enemy. This one will fire those cat robot things at us. It's not a very pleasant experience at all. But we can continue onwards and go over here. Oh no, the door is dangling from the ceiling. Whatever are we going to do? Quiet in the hallway. Stomping disturbs Master's nap time. Intriguing. Let's do it.
Whee! I'm so sorry, robot. Oh no, I destroyed them all. I'm a monster.
So as I said earlier, Carrie will be able to let us float across the spiky platforms and things like that. It is very useful and will be used across the entirety of this game. But there's another thing that makes Carrie super awesome, which we'll be talking about a little bit later. You have reached the door out to Master's super secret lair. Only Master is allowed inside. You must confirm your identity for security purposes. To confirm your identity, answer true or false to the following statements. Starship Xnaut comics are never to be removed from their plastic sleeves. True. Role-playing games should be no less than 180 hours long, not counting side quests. I have a fun story about this one, but I'll talk about it in a moment. True. Fanny packs are both practical and stylish. True. Please enter the security question. 5555.
Meow! 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 You are not my master. Deploy security measures.
Alright, so what we want to do is that first off, we want to take care of this chain chomp. And seeing this chain chomp made me realize that I forgot a catch card in the previous episode. So we'll go back and get that during intermissions and things like that. But what do we do here? Do we need to use the... How do we defeat to change up again? I don't care. We just need throw you to carry this around. Can you still carry that around? Ah, we can. I didn't know you could do that. That was a great throw. That was an even better throw. I'm just the best at throwing stuff, aren't I? So as we go across this area, it's going to take us a couple of minutes to get across this place, but that question where it's all like, RPGs must be 180 hours long without non-counting side quests or anything like that, I find that one so amusing because when I did my original Let's Play this game, I, like, never played games that long. Because, like, I didn't really play a whole lot of RPGs when I was a kid, because I was super terrible at turn-based combat and things like that. I was never patient enough for that. But over time, I've obviously played a lot more RPGs, and it's become my favorite, gaming genre ever. So, what I find so funny is that when I got to this point in my first Let's Play of Super Paper Mario, I was talking about how Xenoblade Chronicles was the only game in my collection that came close to 180 hours, and even then I wasn't really that good at it because I didn't understand the combat system. I find that so funny because I've beaten 3 of the 4 Xenoblade games, and I've played several RPGs by now and finished them that could all be considered 180-hour games and things like that. I've played Xenoblade. I've played Persona. I haven't beaten that one yet. But I've played so many RPGs that could be considered that long, so it's so funny hearing 14-year-old me saying, oh, I could never play a 180-hour RPG or something like that. It's just so amusing to think about. And what's even more funny about that is that, well, 2 things about that. So, the other Let's Play that we're doing at this point in time, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, we've recently surpassed 110 hours of recording time for that Let's Play. We're just barely over a quarter of the way done with that series. So that's definitely going to be over 180 hours overall in terms of recording time. But this game, Super Paper Mario, isn't even 180 hours, not even close. This is maybe like a 30-hour game at most. I just find that so funny. Alright, so the super amazing passcode that I remembered perfectly off the top of my head is 2, 3, 2, 5, no, 3.
Welcome home, Master. Master's fantasy fortress is safe from intruders.
That sounds very suggestive. Geeklog date 11/26. Mood ranty. The sun is bright outside, so I'm going to stay in and watch the blubbering. Season 1 has better writing and voice acting than the later seasons. I mean, come on, everything went totally downhill after the big dream sequence. Still, the animation in the scenes where Tubba Blubba battles robots is great. Season 3 was obviously just a vehicle for selling action figures and vehicles. I never understood why they changed the sound effect when the princess appears. It was dee-ding-a-ding-ling, that suddenly it was ding-a-dee-ding-a-ling. As if no one would notice. Pfft, only true fans care about important stuff like that. They should totally run the show without commercial and let fans suggest storylines. That's what the fans want, and we're the only ones that matter. I guess I'll still buy the blubbering box set. The pre-order bonus is a costume. While I wait for it to come, I'll go online and tell everyone it's stupid. Okay, Francis is everything wrong with fan communities. He's like the epitome of a toxic fan. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Must buy this month. XS Express train set, Miss Mouse doll with real smooching action. Survival horror romance sim, Larry Koopa zombie heartbreaker. That'd be a pretty sweet game, actually. Magnus versus Grapple figure, Tanuki suit made with real Tanuki fur. Harder Than Bedrock, the Rock Hawk Story DVD, issue 47 of Cyborg Wart. And that radio-controlled Professor Frankly and a lot more great stuff. This is referencing so much of previous Mario games. It makes me so sad they never did anything like this ever again. Why did the Paper Mario series go down the way they did? Alright, so this right here, I love this. You have a huge, giant TV right here, and you have a Wii console right here. That's just so amusing. I remember back when I was a kid, I was thinking, oh, I'm never gonna own a TV like that. That's just way too fancy for me, but actually I do have a TV like that nowadays. It's pretty cool. And what's also really cool is the fact that we can see other game consoles in the background too. Like this laptop setup is pretty sweet as well, but we also have a Virtual Boy, SNES, a Famicom, a GameCube, a Nintendo 64. We also see posters of so many previous Paper Mario characters. Like, we have these cute little mouse things from Thousand Year Door. I don't remember what they're called, but I'm in that chapter on my own playthrough of that game. We have the Boo Lady right there, whatever her name is. I'm terrible at remembering names. And whoever this is up here, that's totally Hatsune Miku. I don't care what anyone says. That's totally a Mario version of Hatsune Miku. So as we go across this area, there's something else I'd like to talk about that I said for my original Let's Play. So I don't remember which episode this was. I think it was somewhere in Chapter 2. I was talking about how I was in a geek paradise at that point, because I was surrounded by a bunch of recording equipment, and on the desk next to me there was a bunch of game consoles. If only 14-year-old me could see current me now, because my office area literally is like a giant nerd paradise, because like I have a CTR with a bunch of old consoles attached to it. I have my regular TV stand that has a lot of amiibos. Just, this is like the epitome of geek paradise, and I'm sure a few years from now, as my collection continues to grow and things like that, I'll look back on this video thinking, what a casual. But yeah, I love collecting video games and things like that. And this area over here, we're going to switch over to Throw You real quick. And as soon as these come by over here, and there, throw the robot cat thing up there on the switch, and then I'll activate the bridge. On the topic of Geek Paradise things as well, a funny story that happened not too long ago was that I'm on the collab channel. Me and my friend Greenber's Gaming and I were recording Sly Cooper Co-Star, and my sister came into my room as we were getting the stuff set up one night, and she saw all my recording stuff set up, and she was all like, "You do realize you have the same game on 3 TVs, right?" Because I had it on my regular TV, and then I had it on my laptop and my second computer monitor for recording stuff. It was so funny. You have reached the door to Master's private room. For security purposes, you must confirm your identity. Answer the following security questions with either true or false. Video game soundtracks are totally high-tech Nickel. True. Episode 127 of the Grotesque Chronicles is pretty much the sweetest thing ever. True. One day, I will own all the Starship X-Naut Series 3 collectible action figures. True! Now you must enter the passcode. Let's see what it is. 28... Oh. Nope. 28. There we go. Welcome home, Master. Secure Meow missed you. You know, as cool as it would be to have a mansion like this at some point, like just having a huge castle of nothing but nerd stuff, I think I have a limit for how big of a house I'd want, how big of a collection I'd have, and I think this probably exceeds that limit, so I don't see myself having like a giant castle or like this or anything like that at any point. But anyway, this right here is another one of my favorite rooms, because The other one was filled with video game stuff. This one's filled with plushies. I love plushies. And we get to see a bunch of awesome characters from previous Paper Mario games as well. We get to see the different kinds of Yoshis. We can see the Captain Bob-omb guy. We get to see those adorable mice things again. We get to see the penguin detective person. And there's even a plushie of Princess Peach up here. And we also have Vivian right here, who's my favorite Paper Mario character of all time. And there's also another picture of Peach right there. It makes you wonder, are these characters, like, at least at this point in the series, I believe Paper Mario still has some kind of continuity between all the games and things like that. So the other characters across these dimensions would have probably heard of Mario's previous adventures and things like that. So I don't know, it's just something that I'm pretty curious about. And by the way, I love how that area looks in 3D. So with all that taken care of, we're gonna go and jump cut back over to where we need to go next. It's gonna take a moment to get over there, but luckily for you, you have the convenience of fancy editing magic. Key accepted, meow. Get out of here, stupid robot thing. There we go. Meow. Both keys confirmed, meow. Wait a moment, meow. You look nothing like Master. Only Master Francis and totally hot babes are allowed to enter. All others will get the kitty laser.
Oh no, the kitty lasers! Enter 3D and they'll follow us everywhere, whatever we're going to do.
Well, we'll figure it out in the next episode of Super Paper Mario. I'm gonna try to not make it a habit to end off the last chapter in 2 parts, but some of these bosses can go on for a little while. But that's gonna be it for this episode of Super Paper Mario, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. In the next episode, we're going to be activating this door and hopefully save Tippy. And next time, Lady Gear to you. Oh yeah.